What's going on, guys? I hope you all are having a great day out there today, guys. Well, as you guys can maybe see already, it's done. But this video is on the Traxxas sledge body mount. The irritation of this body flying off. And I'm going to show you guys what I did and how this worked out. It does require a few tools and a drill. So if you're handy, this may be something you can do. But I think this is going to cure the problem for this body flying off anymore. So stay tuned, everybody. All right, guys, so I'm going to start recording because I don't know if it's going to turn into a video, and I don't even know if this is going to work. However, as I was talking about one of my previous videos on the Traxxas sledge, that one of my biggest annoyances is this body, besides the differentials, of course, that this body keeps flying off. You land, the body flies off, you got to go retrieve it, 100 and some feet away. Not that, exercise will kill anybody, but it gets annoying. Now, I've been down here tinkering with all kinds of different plastic pieces and different mounts from different cars, all kinds of stuff, and trying to find a way to do a single pin design to hold this body on. Now, you guys are noticing I got a hole drilled here because I've been starting to work on some stuff, and I may have something that works. I don't know yet. It's not finished, but so far things are lining up, and I'm hoping that this will at least be some sort of cure for this. So what I have done so far is I drilled a hole obviously in the body, and I have a hole drilled here. Now I was looking around through all my different parts and things like that, and I came across this, an ARMA center brace connectors, and that is the part number ARA 320531. And man, my hand is shaking. I ate too much Red Bull. But anyway, it's one of these little threaded links. I'll show you guys what this is right here. I don't remember, honestly, what this is for. I want to say it's for one of the 8S cars. I don't even know. But it's a piece of thread. One end's blank, and the other end has a 2.5 millimeter hex in the other end here. Now, my idea here is I pre-drilled this hole smaller, threaded this. I'm probably going to use some super glue or something when I put the final product in here. But so far, this will be drilled and sunk down into here, just for it enough to pop out through here. Now, I already pre-sunk it, and it pretty much perfectly touches the top of the brace here, and it leaves about 1/4 of an inch sticking out of the top of the body. So what I'm hoping is that I can basically get a single clip. Yeah, I'm real organized here. A single clip into here. Now my next feat is obviously drilling this with a very small hole. So I'm going to try to lock this into the vise here and hit it with a punch and drill it out. Don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to give it a try. I'll let you guys know. Now, this obviously isn't a super easy mod. However, if you got some tools and they're handy, might work out, but I'll let you guys know in a minute. All right, guys. Well, I put her in the little vise here, tapped it with a punch on one side, kind of created a flat spot on the threads because I didn't have a tiny punch, as you can see. This is the smallest one I had, but I was able to pilot it, and she's through. This is the side I kind of flattened lightly because you don't really care about the threads up here. These threads down here are important and obviously be able to get your 2.5 in there, but that's deep enough in there that it doesn't matter. So now I should be able to thread this in there and be able to lock on the body. Let's see what happens. Well, time will tell how this holds up. Now, like I said, I'm going to super glue this. You could also put a nut on the opposite side of this, and I might work on doing that if I have issues with this. However, guys, I have a single clip in here. You can put a washer on top there to help it, but all this is doing is not letting these clips completely come undone. So there's not a ton of pressure on this. All this is doing is strictly holding this body down so that those clips can't come all the way undone and the body goes flying. Or if they do manage to come completely unclipped, your body is still not coming off. So this isn't like a normal clip where, all that pressure's on there. This is just keeping those clips in there. And guys, she worked out beautiful. Pull out the little clip here, pop that side like you normally would, and she slides. Harder to do one-handed, but that's what she looks like. I gotta say, I'm a little bit proud of myself. I've been looking at this for the last couple weeks, trying to figure out a good way to do this, and a clean way to do this, and I think this might be a winner. Well, guess we'll see. Like I said, I wanted to put this little video, guys, to help anybody else out there that is getting annoyed with the same thing. looks like it's going to work. So real quickly, what you will need is a set of these. I think they come in, 2 pieces, but they are the ARA 320-531. They are the center brace connectors. They're only a couple bucks. So you will need one of those. Well, you'll get 2 of them. You will need, obviously, a body clip. Now, this is the ones I used, and this is what fit. I just had a bunch of these extra ones laying around. They're the little angle ones. They're kind of nice to grab a hold of. You will also need, this is a 1/8 drill bit. This is what you will drill out your pilot hole and your plastic here with. What I did was I drilled this first, sunk it, and then basically slid the body on, tapped it a few times. It made a perfect mark in the bottom part of the body right there between the 2 little pieces of plastic. Then I drilled that out with the same hole, wound this down in there. I used the body reamer to make this hole just a little bit bigger so that it slid in and out easy, obviously. And then threaded that all the way down in there and then sunk it to the right height so that obviously the clip will go in. Now, what I did was, like I said, I used a punch to kind of flatten out one side of the threads here, and then I drilled it out with this tiny bit. And you got to be careful and take it easy and go slow, but this is a 1/16 bit, and just went real slow, put a little bit of oil on it, and then because it's hollow, which is kind of makes it nice, it was easy to drill because, it is hollow, and it went right through, and you could feel when you went through the first side and back out the other side. And it was easy as that. And then that size, the 1/16 drilled through there, is what fit perfectly for the body clip to fit on there. So hopefully this helps somebody else who wants to try this out. It's very easy. Just gotta have the drill, some punches, or a way to just flatten out one side. And I use this small little vise over there to hold it, and that was enough, all I needed to do this. But guys, I'm pretty excited. I'm excited to not have to go retrieve this body every other jump anymore, so this will definitely be cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed the little video on this. I've been down here tinkering with this for the last couple hours in the morning, playing with all kinds of stuff, trying to figure out a way to make this work. And suddenly I found that little post, and I'm like, I wonder if I could make this work. And there you go. Perseverance. You're always a way to find a way. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and hope you give it a try, and hope it helps you. But that's going to do it today. So until next time, y'all be safe. Be careful out there. Peace out, everybody.